I'm Adriel Hepburn, and this is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Coming up in the news, youth pass it on, good news goes to the community, and church promotes healthy living. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. I'm Adriel Hepburn. Thanks for joining us for your Adventist News. Last weekend, 28 Pathfinders were invested for salvation and service during the South Andres Pathfinder Club investiture service held at the Kemps-based Seventh-day Adventist Church. Adventurers and Pathfinders recited Bible verses, demonstrated acquired knowledge and skills in basic drill, knot tying, and direction signals. Parents, guardians, and friends turned out in support to witness the ministry of the children and youth. The guest speaker for the service, Pastor Jamal Franklin, Youth Director of the South Bahamas Conference, gave the charge. Pastor Franklin appealed to the adventurers, pathfinders, and adults to do their part to preach the everlasting gospel to their friends and community in order to hasten the second coming of Christ. During the investiture service, 4 adventurers surrendered their lives to Jesus Christ and will be baptized in the upcoming Lord Transform Me Reaping campaign on February 9, 2019. The Youth Department congratulates and affirms the efforts of District Pastor Korean Black and Pathfinder Club Director Lukanda Gardner and the team for mentoring the youth in South Andres for leadership and service. A number of churches are hosting programs leading up to the Lord Transform Me Reaping campaigns to be held in New Providence on February 9th. Among them, the Good News Church continues their efforts to connect and share with their community of Flamingo Gardens as they held a block party on Sunday, January 27, 2019. Church members and persons from the neighborhood were invited for food, games, and fun. The food was unlimited as members brought dishes and treats to keep them energized throughout the day. Hundreds of persons attended, and even the community police joined in the fun. Children and adults played musical chairs, hopscotch, shooting contests, walk races, and more. Most of all, it was said to be a time for the neighbors and the members to get to know each other. Wednesday evening, they met again in prayer service, and on Friday, February 1st, a health expo is being held from 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. to enlighten attendees on living healthier. During February 3rd through 8th, the church will host the speaker of the Breath of Life broadcast, Dr. Carlton Bird, in a series of inspirational services where Dr. Bird and host Pastor T. Basil Stirrup will present the Word of God. The Hillview Church's Hope and Healing Health Expo took place on January 27th. The community and neighbors were introduced to Jesus Christ as the members cared for the sick, gave a listening ear, and emotional support. Health professionals offered eye and dental exams, mental health and medical consultations and screenings, podiatry, exercise demonstrations, physio and occupational therapy, psychiatric consultation, massage therapy, vegan cooking, demonstrations, and more. They included lectures on caring for the elderly, gambling addictions, and nutrition. The Hillview Church would like to thank all of the health professionals and the many helpers who gave their time so willingly. More than 150 persons are said to have benefited from these services. Hillview will begin a series of evangelistic meetings on February 1st and will continue until the 8th with international evangelist Pastor Samuel Telemack, and guest soloist will be Dr. Yvonne Shelton. And coming up in the month of February is the annual 8 Weeks to Wellness program. Health Ministries Director for the South Bahamas Conference told us more about this initiative.
Well, 8 Weeks to Wellness started about 13 years ago, actually 205. So this year we will be celebrating the 14th year of 8 Weeks to Wellness. The initiative was started as a result of a need in the church and also the community. Right now we have a major challenge, and it's not new, but it has gotten worse with non-communicable diseases, in that of high cholesterol, pressure, diabetes, cancer, heart disease. And if you notice, I'm saying non-communicable disease. These diseases are all preventable and reversible. It's scheduled to start on February 25th, which is a Monday. And so all of the participants, along with coaches and the program coordinators, will meet once per week, which is a Monday from 6 to 8. Some of the topics that will be covered during this 8 Weeks of Wellness session is nutrition. You know, what we eat is very important. One of our doctors who has been with the program from inception, Dr. Joseph Evans, would be there talking about cancer prevention. And that's a really, really big concern for us here in the Bahamas right now. Mental and emotional balance is also a topic that we would cover during the 8 Weeks of Wellness session. We would, tell persons how to fuel their blood, to help enhance emotional balance, things that you can do, get enough rest, what should you allow to enter into your brain through the avenue of your eyes and also your ears. You know, a lot of persons listen to things that is not the best, and also watch things that is not good, and it definitely adversely affects the mental health.
The program is known throughout the Bahamas for the impact it continues to have on persons.
The impact over the years of 8 weeks to wellness has been phenomenal. We have persons who have started the program with us since 2005, and some of them are still a part of the program. Each year they just come to, you know, do the program again, just to help them to keep on board. We have seen persons who have reversed non-communicable disease like pressure, cholesterol, sugar, and they've just overall enhanced their well-being. 8 weeks to wellness is a household name. When you hear the word, the name 8 weeks to wellness, oh, persons know about it. I don't think we told you the venue. The venue is the former Bahamas Academy on Wolf Road. That's very important. It's going to be all the screenings will be there, and the program will also run from the former Bahamas Academy on Wolf Road.
After this short break, we'll have the upcoming events in the South Bahamas Conference.
Under the theme, I Choose to Live Healthy, the annual 8 Weeks to Wellness program, initiated by the Health Ministries Department of our conference, will take place at the H.D. Colburn Gymnatorium on Wolf Road. Registration is only $50, and the program begins February 25th at 6 p.m. and will continue until April 29th, 2019. The dates for pre-screening are Thursday, February 21st from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, February 24th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Learn about cancer prevention, nutrition, mental and emotional balance. Receive instruction on how to prevent, control, or reverse non-communicable diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure and cholesterol, stroke, and respiratory diseases. This is a good way to look out for your health. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Call 341-4021 or 323-0610.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching our Adventist News. I'm Adriel Hepburn. As mentioned earlier, a number of evangelistic campaigns have begun in our nation's capital as a part of the Lord Transforming Initiative of the Inter-American Division. Pastor T. Basil Stirrup, Assistant to the President for Evangelism with the South Bahamas Conference, told of the impact of these meetings.
We are truly excited about LTM, Lord Transforming, and we are really experiencing total membership involvement or total member involvement as this program started early this week. And in many of our churches, we're experiencing revival, reformation, and the membership is enthusiastic about the program, so I'm really pleased. Upcoming is the final week, which begins on Saturday the 2nd, which is a Sabbath morning. All of our churches will be in campaign at that time. We will have speakers from throughout Inter-America Division, in particular the Caribbean Union, the United States, and a few other countries that will converge here in the Bahamas, and there would be a guest speaker in just about all of the pulpits in Nassau and a few of our family islands. On the 9th of February, we come to a grand climax where we will meet at the Kendall G. L. Isaacs Gymnasium, and we will have our Sabbath service there. Sabbath school begins very early at 8:30. So it's important for people to mark this time and the date. February 9th at 8:30 we begin the Sabbath School program. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have persons participating from different parts of Inter-America as well in the Sabbath School. The Divine Service begins at about 11 o'clock, I believe it is, and we should begin baptism as early as 12:30. The baptism is going to be held right across the street in the Aquatic Center in one of the swimming pools, and so we should be able to move through the baptismal service very efficiently and effectively. I also want to direct persons to our website. You can find all of the information there, southbahamasconference.org, and if you're watching this, please remember that we want all of you to be there Sabbath morning, the 9th of February at 8:30 in the morning. Let's begin Sabbath school with a full house. We can expect a wonderful sermon that day, and we're anticipating a grand baptism next door at the Aquatic Center in one of the pools.
The South Bahamas Conference Pathfinder Concert Band presents The Sound of Music, a night showcasing the talents of our youth. The event will take place on February 10th, 2019 at 7 p.m. at the National Training Agency on Gladstone Road. Tickets for adults and children can be acquired from all band members or through the youth department of our conference. ASI Convention for the Inter-American Division will take place August 21st to 24th, 2019 at Atlantis Paradise Island. Save the date and plan to be there.
The sinuses are a connected system of cavities in the skull. There are 4 parts of the sinuses: the frontal, which is found in the forehead just above the eyebrows; the ethmoid, which is found in the bridge of the nose; maxillary, which is found in the cheekbones; and the sphenoid, which is found near the optic nerve and the pituitary gland. Sinusitis is caused as a result of inflammation or swelling of the tissue in the lining of the sinuses. Healthy sinuses are filled with air. When they become blocked and filled with fluid, this acts as a breeding ground for germs, which can cause an infection. Symptoms include facial pressure or pain, nasal discharge, nasal congestion, runny nose, fatigue, and mucus draining from the nose or back of the throat. Treatment includes using a humidifier or vaporizer, breathing in steam from a warm pot, drinking lots of water to help thin out the mucus, placing a warm towel on your face, and avoiding chlorinated pools because this can irritate your nasal passages. Put your best breath forward by taking care of your sinuses. This has been Parisha Ferguson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network for our news feature from around the world.
The Adventist Church's headquarters in the central region of Minas Gerais is mobilizing to serve those who were impacted after a dam broke, leaving 9 people dead and hundreds missing. The Adventist leadership in the region is encouraging members to pray for the victims and the city. A group from the Adventist Church in the region went to pray with the families of those who had died. According to the Youth and Pathfinder Ministries directors for the region, they have also received guidelines to collaborate with food distribution. On January 26, members are being asked to bring clothes and water to be donated to the victims. In partnership with the Adventist Development and Relief Agency in Minas Gerais, food will also be delivered to families. Teams from ADRA, which specializes in emergency response, will visit with local authorities to identify key needs and address new ones as they arise. In addition to what has been collected by the churches, ADRA Minas Gerais is collecting personal hygiene, cleaning, and garbage bags. For more information, visit noticias.adventistas.org.
That's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. We thank you for sharing your news stories and upcoming events with us, and we encourage you to continue by emailing them to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com or by calling our media department at 242-341-4021. For a rebroadcast of the Adventist news, please visit the conference website, southbahamasconference.org, or on our Facebook page. On behalf of our production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, thank you for watching this week's broadcast. I'm Adriel Hepburn with the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.